So this is my last video in this apartment. I'm moving. I feel like I'm closing a chapter in my life and I'm opening up a new one. I'm sad because I called this place my home for a year. It was a place that I loved. It was a place that I cried. It was a place I laughed. It was a place I danced. But at the end of the day, it's just 4 walls in an apartment with a beautiful balcony and a beautiful view, don't get me wrong. It's time that I move on. And I move on to somewhere else and I close this chapter of my life. And again, here is my next move. And how long I'm gonna be at this next place, I don't know. I'm gonna see how things go. Hopefully things work out for me. But this is the last video that you will see in this apartment. I'm gonna show you guys the new apartment as soon as I move. I need to move everything within the next couple of weeks. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And this is my favorite part because I have this part which I need to slide open. And there's more things in here, guys. I have another ottoman. What's in here? I need to downsize all my clothes. I still gotta do this one too. Because behind here is more. So I'm back with an update. I have officially signed the contract and I kind of wanted to take this moment to kind of just talk about how it feels genuinely to like, number one, live overseas and have to deal with all these things, especially in a place like China, but also have like how to navigate your emotions for this, for my experience, what I've been going through. Because technically, like for a year, I made this place my sanction, like my sanctuary, like a place that I would come to where I feel like I can just unwind. Like we put so much emphasis on a place that we live to make it feel so much more comfortable at home because we want to have this sense of like belonging and a sense of like purpose in that place, you know? And for somebody who's moved apartments almost every single year, like I mentioned, like having a place, having a base, like a home to go to, or a place that you call home away from home is just sometimes overwhelming. Like when I look around here, I'm trying to emotionally detach from being here, but it can be quite challenging because, you know, when you live overseas and you live away from home, this is your go-to place. This little bubble of an apartment is just one step in the next direction for where I'm planning to go or where my life is taking me, because even if you don't have a plan, like there's still, your life is still going, you know? So for me, I just felt like for anyone who has lived overseas and kind of has experienced this, you know how hard it is to let go of things, like let go of an apartment, let go of a phone, let go of a friendship, let go of something to make space for something new in the future. And that's the kind of mindset that I have in terms of like moving this time around, is that it's a emotional process of just letting go and learning to let go of things that I allowed myself to get so emotionally invested in. And I think that that's a beautiful thing because it shows that you have like the empathy and the power inside of you to be emotionally attached to something, but also understand that, you know, everything comes to an end. Having that space to kind of re-energize your brain and to recalibrate where you're at and figuring things out and feeling a little bit more comfortable is kind of like where I'm at when it comes to this move. It's just, I feel like I'm emotionally detaching from here. Like I see everything in boxes. Like I'm not moving for another month, but I packed everything in boxes because it's like a mental process that I'm trying to go through, where I'm allowing myself time to just detach while I'm still working, while I'm still going throughout my life. Like, these things are happening, things are being put in motion, and I'm understanding that to find a balance and to continue to grow, I need to sort of just release things slowly over a period of time rather than in one go. I'm pretty confident in the fact that I made the right decision. So yeah, I guess I will join you in the next chapter, wherever this may lead. I'll catch you over in that new apartment. I'm literally like on my way to work. Like, I still gotta go to work in between these apartment moving processes, and oh my god, it's so exhausting. Like, I managed to pack like most of my stuff, and I ordered the delivery man from like this app, this mini program that you can do on WeChat, and it only cost me about like 20 pounds to get everything moved. But I think I need to do it twice because I'm still living in my current apartment, but I'm also like want to get rid of all these boxes because you guys, I hate like living around my boxes. Like, it's such a nightmare. So I'm gonna be doing that on Saturday, and then on that day, like, they're gonna be cleaning stuff, so I need to be there at the new apartment just to monitor everything, and then it should be all good to go. But yeah, I'm on my way to work right now. The guy is here. I am so hungover right now, but the guy is here. I'm literally packing all my stuff. I don't need to take this, but I'm just helping him out. So it's like a week until I move. I've pretty much packed the last of my stuff. I just need to take these plants and a couple of clothes that I'm using now for work and for my everyday life. But yeah, everything is coming together and I'm just so excited. I went to visit the apartment the other day because they were cleaning it. And as soon as I walked in, like, I was having such a bad day in the morning. And as soon as I walked in and they opened that door and I saw that sunlight, I was very emotional because I was like, this is perfect. Like, I can't wait to live here. So that's what I'm planning to do. Just move all my stuff. And I'm excited, 7 more days, woohoo! So it's the day I'm moving, but I have to go to work and it's a Saturday. And I really hate that about here, like having to work on the weekend. It's so silly, but it doesn't matter. Once I get through this day, then I can just pack up the rest of my stuff and then move. So I'm excited. One more day, literally half a day left. Today's the day. Guys, this is my new apartment. Ta-da! Isn't it beautiful? But look at all this. I need to do all this. The guy is coming up now with the rest of the boxes. I'm tired. Yeah, I was feeling lonely, so I thought that I would just record my process of me unpacking because there's 2 things. I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy, like, I don't want to do it. There's so many things. Look at all these boxes. That's not even half of the stuff. There's so much more. But I'm like unpacking. This is my soy sauce. Yeah, and it's taking me a very, very long time. It's longer than what I actually anticipated it would take me. Because, okay, so in China, you can actually order a service where an ayi, which is the auntie who comes to clean, you pay for a cleaning service, comes to the apartment and they can help you to like unbox and unpack everything. However, I did order this, but unfortunately, the service, I think they're on their Chinese New Year holiday, so they cancelled. And now I have to do it all by myself, which is fine because I'm still a human being. I have arms and legs that work and a brain, I think, that works. But like, I hate unpacking. Unpacking is like the worst experience ever. I think the hardest part about it is like, I have boxes of like clothes because I put everything in boxes first of all. And I'm trying to like downsize my inventory, all the things that I have, because I have so much and I'm just looking at this stuff and I'm like, I don't even use half of this. I don't use half of this. And I really need to like make a decision on what to keep and what to get rid of. I guess that's the fun part of like unpacking, but yeah, you guys, I am feeling tired. I don't want to do this, so I'll get back to you because otherwise I'm just gonna be complaining this whole time and I don't want to do that. Let me go faster. I'm finally ready to show you this apartment. Welcome to my apartment tour.
On your cake, the cherry on the top. It's heaven in my heart, and we could find some space. I could be the word to your missing piece, the extra sentimental kind of chemistry. Some people make it hard, to me that isn't the case. 'Cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and fall into us. I'm the perfect mixer, Saturday night and the rest of your life in it. One with a heart would agree. It's so easy falling in love with me. The way I do my hair, the way I make you laugh, the way we like to share a walk in Central Park. I could be fresh air, might be the girl of your dreams.
I'm pretty excited to be living here. Like, I've been living here now for like 4 or 5 days and I've just been going in and out of like to work and then back home or whatever. But just being here in this space, like look at this for instance. Like this is a gorgeous window with such a huge like light that's coming in. It's just so gorgeous. Like I just love like being and bathing in sunlight and just it makes me feel so nice, you guys. I'm so excited to live here. And yeah, I've just been settling in. I've still got like lots of things to do in terms of like buying some things for the apartment, especially like there's a mirror coming and I have like I need to go over to Muji because like the home stuff in Muji, you guys, is so good and the quality is really great. So I've had some time to settle in. I got myself a brand new mirror. It is so big. Like it's such a huge mirror that I was just like, this is great because like when I'm sitting here I could just literally like look at myself in the mirror. But yeah, I'm just feeling a lot more settled in now. I've kind of got my bits and pieces in place and yeah, I'm just feeling very grateful and you know proud of myself for being able to achieve my dream apartment. Yeah, so there will be more and more content coming from me from this apartment, so I hope that you enjoyed. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. At the moment, like I said, everything's kind of like a mess still. I'm still trying to figure out where to place things. I've got some furniture coming and just gonna make it look like a vibe because this is Kelly and China's dream home. Like I am like I don't really have anything else to say. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just like, well, I'm just very happy with this, so and we're gonna get down into the nitty-gritty things because I'm here to help you. I'm not here to gatekeep shit and whatever. So I'm gonna tell you about the costs and everything, what I pay now in this portion of the video. Basically, let's break it down by like rent, electricity, and then property management fee. So I paid 2 months deposit because usually in China they require you to pay 2 months, and that was 8,600 RMB. So the property itself, I managed to get it down from 4,600 to 4,300, which I thought was amazing for this price, especially because if you live in the center area of China in one of the cities, like in the more centralized urban district, the pricing property is sky high at the moment. It's like you'll be paying for like a studio like 5,000 and 6,000 just to be in the center area, which is kind of ridiculously expensive. And for an apartment like this, size in this like square meters, it's gonna cost you honestly like around like 8 to 12,000 you could look for, or you could be expecting to pay, and that's just like the minimum. Like there's other ones that are more expensive if you live in certain areas. So I pay 4,300. My electricity typically around per month should be about 300 to 400 depending on my usage. I'm trying to cut down with everything that I'm doing. Like I'm not using my TV as much as I should. I've been switching to a fan instead of AC, and just kind of be a little bit more sustainable with my spending in terms of electricity. And then lastly, there's a water bill, which is about maybe very cheap, I don't know, like 30 RMB or something per month. And then the property management fee, which is the people who look after the property. If you have any issues with the property itself, even if it's a direct like contract with the people who own the property, like mine is, then you still have the property building management fee. So it's the people that take care of the trash, the area surrounding the property, like all the downstairs area, car park, and whatever else they have. And that money goes to that company and they look after the property, and that is 330 that I pay each month, which is typically normal for like a newer style building. Luckily, this is a new building, so I think it was built within the last like 2 years. So everything is brand new. It's very modern, and all of the equipment is like CCC rated. So like even the windows and stuff, it's very like high quality. So that's something that I prioritized because a lot of properties can be quite old, and you want to be able to just feel like comfortable knowing that like, you know, your window's not going to blow off. Like something bad is going to happen because it's been checked. Like the electricity is checked. The wires are always constantly up, like being checked and everything like this. Like it's very well maintained. So that's just something to keep in mind. On that note, I am going to just enjoy the rest of my evening. I went to go and sign up at the gym downstairs, so I'll be starting to do that and get my life in order again, which is so exciting for me because I feel like this is like a reset in my life. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for tonight and for today and for this video. So I hope that you enjoyed this little apartment vlog introduction to my new home here in China. And if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already to the channel. I try to post as much as I can. I haven't been really doing well, but I just wanted to update you guys on how things are going and to let you know that I'm still alive. I didn't die, so that's also a good thing. Here's to the future. This is Kelly in China signing out. All right, bye.